Hello, my name is Lisi. I'll be giving you match analysis for the match between Al Riyadh and Al Orubah. Let's get into this one. Ball gets played in. Yeah, that's too easy. That's too easy. Because here he matches him, but I think what happens here, that deflection doesn't help him, and also by the way he was turned. Did you see where he was looking? His body shape here, especially when see there. I'm off a few frames, but you saw like his body was like here. This is his shoulders, and then this is his hands. They are there, and then the player that he was marking was side on, so it's easier for him to get past him. All right, so he gets past him, then he runs past him. That's too easy. And then the problem is everyone is so focused on this ball. He's focused on the ball. He understands the ball. He's the next man. But him, I do feel he can afford to stay a bit back. And the problem is that he anticipates the pass here rather than just following his man. He has a man behind him. I would just rather the person be man to man on him. Let me just hit play. I tried playing, it didn't play. And look at that. The defender at the end there should have just followed his man to man, and it was called for offside, but after a VAR check, yeah, it was given. Sorry about that, I am having a bit of network problems. Yeah, so here as he runs, I do feel he could have gotten shoulder to shoulder, but somewhere, you see that there? His body shape, he's supposed to be turned a little to the other side. Because if you can see here, his shoulders are facing towards, let's just use this for reference, the artboard, and then his head is facing here. So that's a whole that's just a bit of this, not really disjointed, but which means he has to turn his, his body. He also has to turn, but he will gain an advantage because so for him, he has to make two movements. He has to make his body is facing this way. All right. Sorry, let me use this one. His body is facing this way, right? So he has to first go like that, then go like that in order for him to, follow him. While it's this guy here, his body is this way. So he just has to turn that way. So you see, he has to make three motions. He only has to make two. So it's easier for him to make that turn or to turn him. You see? That's the difference there. And also the deflection aids him. And then he move like, come on. We can understand him getting past you the first time, but to the extent you're allowed to cut across you again. Now, and then him, you see that? He anticipates the pass moving here, and he is onside, but instead of just him following the man or just even staying in line with his teammate, he would have blocked this. Unfortunately, this is unfortunate timing or very bad anticipation which leads to this goal. And we give credit to the striker because we have seen people miss from this distance, Nicholas Jackson. Yeah. Nothing much the keeper could do there. Yeah, it was disallowed, then the goal was allowed. All right, so boys played from up top. And whenever I see something, oh, that's a very good touch. But whenever I see something like this, it makes me wonder because I understand they're in their own half, but just like a bit of pressure, you can pretend as if you want to get the. But if one long ball does this much damage, then something ain't right. Something is not right if one long ball leads to a chance. Then something for me personally ain't right. Anyway, here's another chance. So, there's that saying, if you don't shoot, you don't score. Sometimes if you don't shoot, your friend won't score. What I mean by that, you can shoot, hits the post, gets deflected, keeper saves it, and then the person running onto the ball gets the goal. But it wouldn't be possible if you didn't shoot. I understand them having reservations about him because if you look at this is quite a long distance, and they thought it was unlikely for him to score. But they didn't assume it was unlikely for him to get a deflection or the keeper just to rebound it back. I do feel the keeper could have done better, but I think the bounce is what confuses the keeper. Striker latches onto it, goal. Simple as that. Because here, if you look at it, from the time he takes, he's onside. And unfortunately, the fact that he's holding him, he touched him, he could have followed him. That was the main thing. If you're touching someone, make sure that you're in a position. If you can touch his chest, make sure you're in a position that he's not able to run past you. And then boom, everyone just fell asleep for a bit. And that's a good finish too. I've seen people miss those also. Hey, Kurt Zuma. Cross, easy header. He was unmarked. Yeah, he was simply unmarked. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just look at how, like, come on. You know, sometimes when someone scores a goal unmarked, it's because he runs away from the player. But look at this. Look at this. And they have all these men in the box just for someone to be unmarked and score a header. Wow. Yeah, that's, if they score, that's his fault. That is his fault. He could have done better there. And then once again, it happens. A player unmarked, running. Not even, yeah, running. That time he was practically standing. But, and you can see he makes this mistake. You can see it. I don't know if he's trying, I think he's trying to play the offside. Forgetting he's the furthest man forward. I mean, why? This is the same mistake happening. He sees the ball. Then he was focusing so much on the ball, he forgot about the man that's running there. Because you can see immediately he looks, he takes a peek, he says, oh no, I've left him. And then, that's a lovely finish. That's a really good finish because of the way the ball is coming and then the way he takes it. But here, he should have done better. He practically plays it in front of him. You're better off taking it out for a throw-in. All right, long ball played forward. No. Because look at this. One. Like, nah. And then, the funny thing is, if you look at this, if we follow the demarcations of the line, right? All his teammates are here. These are where all his teammates are. All that they are on this side here. So the funny thing, if he was here where everyone else is, he would have probably been in a better position to go and get the ball. I don't know why he pushes up. I really don't know why. But if he was just here, if he was here where everyone is, let's draw a line. If he was here where everyone is, he would have probably had a good chance at getting that. And this is why it's so important to be in line as a defense, especially a back four. Usually, when you go forward, you see a bit of staggered positions where one person is slightly more to the left, one person is slightly above the other. But in defense, it is so important you maintain that line, because if he was here, he would have definitely got that ball. He would have definitely got that ball. Because look at this. Nah, he was just following the ball. And then look at this. That's a lovely finish. The way he sets it up and finishes, that's lovely. That's what we like to see. Goodmanson. I've definitely heard that name before. Yeah, but the defender just does himself. He just does himself terribly. And that's a good finish by Goodmanson. That's cheeky. Goes for the nutmeg. Yeah, we're getting there. That's cheeky. Goes for the nutmeg. Runs past him. And yeah. Now that's what we call a proper footballer, because other players, immediately this was there, they would have started holding their face. Others, they even go to the extent of holding their leg, but no. He sees not a foul. Okay, I don't know if the ref played advantage, if it was a foul, but he takes advantage of the situation, gets past another, crosses it in, and another person, like, come on. These guys do not like to mark their players. All right, let's focus here. He sees him. So, all right, let's focus here, because he definitely sees him. And then it's one of those, I think he withheld it, because if there's a tendency of you trying to stop the cross, but it going up in your own goal, and then he's still behind him, and then it's a simple tap in. But the fact two players at that particular area failed to deal with this ball is what's still shocking me. Because there were the two of them, both of them failed to get, like, okay, we can understand if he gets, but the fact one fell down, like, come on. This could have, like, better defending could have been applied here. He puts the ball in a good area. He doesn't get on it. I think he retracts his leg because he's afraid he might put it in his own net. And that's a simple tap in. One of the easiest goals you'll ever score. Yeah, another goal fest. It's a really good, really good match. But the fact that they don't like follow their man is just shocking. Otherwise, that's been the match analysis. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.